chiropractic and why you need to go to the chiropractor. So, Lance, it's all you.
How are we doing today, guys? It's the day after Cinco de Mayo, so you guys look a little tired, maybe. I'm not making any comments on that. Me and Patrick went to college together. I played football with him. Got a few more coming in. You guys come and see that? You guys want to come into the front? You guys want to come into the front?
There's plenty of seats up here in the front.
See, I'm a student. Now I get to be the teacher, so I totally know what this feels like. This is pretty cool. Look at this. These are usually the people rolling in late, getting coffee. That's usually me in class, so don't worry. So, getting started off, Patrick, he called me about, 5 months ago. Told me about these lunch and learns and everything that you guys do. He's like, it'd be kind of cool. You guys know Dr. White over at the Galveston office? We had dinner with him. He came in and we ended up having dinner. We started talking a lot. They invited me down here for this lunch and learn, and I was like, this is pretty cool. We'll check it out and everything. Getting closer and closer up to it. I made my PowerPoint. And driving up here, this is my third chiropractic speech. The first one was yesterday. Second one was yesterday. The first one was on the drive up here. I gave a 4-hour speech to myself in the car. And I wish y'all would have been there because it was the best one. And I get down here, and Patrick's like, you have 30 to 45 minutes. So I was like, 4 hours, we can compress that. So kind of just what I want to hit on today is health wellness, Patrick's the health and wellness director, and how chiropractic really ties into that really well. And there's a lot of miscommunication and misconceptions with chiropractic in America. A lot of people think, it's neck and back pain, but really it goes a lot deeper than what a lot of people think. So, Patrick, you want to next slide? So this one, I'm going to ask you guys we're going to ask 4 questions, maybe 5 throughout the whole day. It's not a test, don't worry. First one I want to ask, what is health? Patrick. Health from Patrick. I love being a teacher. So, what is health? So, one of you guys gets to answer this is the fun thing. Who's the one in the very back? You. What is health? Give me a bullet point sentence if somebody asks you, what is health?
I think health is, for me, it's attitude.
Attitude? Okay. Cool. Can we get one more? Pink. Behind you.
Pink shirt.
Yep, pink shirt, pink bow. What is health? Just give me a bullet point. What do you like? What do you think is health?
It's all how you eat, take care of your body.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay. This is, according to the World Health Organization, this is the definition of health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So it's kind of like complete health of your body. Your heart is working perfectly, it's functioning on all cylinders, we have nothing really going on. You're in a state of ease. Would you agree? Cool. Do you think there's anything wrong with health in America? Just looking at the picture behind me right here. So this, according to the World Health Organization, this is a 2009 study, I believe. I had to blow it up a little bit because I couldn't even read that. 38th in the entire world in health. Why do you think that? Overweight. Nutrition is one of them. Nutrition and just really laziness. I've traveled a lot. I've gone around the world a few times, and every time I go back over there, it's harder to be proud about being American. I'm a patriot through and through. Like, I love America. And here lately, this past Christmas when I was there, people they make jokes about Americans because they think we're lazy. They think we're all overweight. They think we're either bodybuilders, we're all lazy, overweight, whatever. They think our hamburgers are this big, which is kind of true actually in South Texas. So. But this is something that kind of, and this was in 2009. They did a study in 2000, and I think we were around 36. So it's kind of like we're not making progress really. So, but here in the past, I'd say 5, 6, 7 years, there's been this wellness trend across America. Have you guys kind of noticed that? CrossFit, people in Galveston, people are running up along the beaches. People are wanting to get back in. People are wanting to jump back on this train of health and wellness. Have you guys kind of noticed that a little bit? I mean, there's special parts of the menu for, they call it like a skinny menu, low calorie and everything like that. So the next question, what is wellness? We always use health and wellness as two words in the same sentence, but we never wonder what's the difference between them. So what is wellness? You man right there. Red shirt, yep. Every time I point at someone, they're like, what do you think wellness is?
Just say it includes overall good health. Overall good health.
What's health? What's wellness?
So, overall good wellness.
So it sounds like wellness is not being sick. I mean, if health is your overall, everything's functioning properly and all that, then you could be well and still not be healthy,
Or vice versa.
or vice versa.
Hey, I like you. Wellness. Look at this quote right here. This is probably the best definition of wellness I've ever seen. This is 1961 by an MD. An integrated method of functioning which is oriented toward the maximizing and potential of which an individual is capable. It requires that the individual maintain a continuum of balance and purposeful direction within the environment where he is functioning. That's pretty good, isn't it? It's like it's a state of well-being. Mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, it's a state of, this is actually me, this is a picture of me right here. The only reason I put that up there, I was skiing in the Alps in Austria, and if I wouldn't have strived to live a health and wellness lifestyle and a chiropractic lifestyle, I would not have been able to make it up that big mountain. I wouldn't be able to make it down either, but this is bridging the gap right here. Health is the state of the body. Wellness is a state of well-being. So you kind of hit the nail on the head right there. Health, body, wellness, well-being. And this is kind of Patrick took a selfie on my phone actually. But this is the big question right here. How does it tie in? And I'm kind of nervous about what I'm going to hear maybe. But what is chiropractic? What do you guys think chiropractic is? Who's going to raise their hand? Or am I at the point?
Well, I think it's your body being in alignment.
Okay. I like you. You're good. That's a huge part of it. Right behind. I saw you move, so I just looked at you.
No, that was
Yeah.
alignment
Okay, the alignment. The alignment. What'd you say?
of your nervous system.
Oh, you get the A. You get a gold star. I throw out the merits too, by the way. Who else? Anybody else? Oh, one. Sir in the corner with their glasses.
It is keeping your bones strong.
Keeping your bones strong. Yeah, physiologically, we can tie that in, actually. That's pretty good. Anybody else? Right. Alignment of the spine and the nervous system. We'll hit on that in a second. Ma'am, sitting right next to you. What do you think chiropractic is? You guys can tell me anything you want. I've heard it all. Cool. Thanks. I like it. Chiropractic is a natural form of healthcare that uses specific adjustments to correct spinal misalignments in order to restore proper and balanced function to the nervous system in order for all systems of the body to operate on maximum potential. You haven't seen these words that I've underlined and I've highlighted in red. You kind of see the same words popping up in health, wellness, and chiropractic. You guys kind of notice that? The same words kind of pop up everywhere a little bit. So next, I love this picture right here. It's funny. Chiropractic focuses on the relationship of the body's structure and function and how the relationship affects the restoration and preservation of health. Preservation of health. Where we have health, we can strive for wellness, right? So you see function, you see structure, preservation, restoration. You see all this in the health and wellness. So kind of what I want to get into a little bit is, in America, you see a lot of, there's two types of treatment, two types of ways. America to go about like a problem that you're having or just a lifestyle. A lot of people think like MDs and chiropractors, DCs, we hate each other, but that's totally that's a misconception. I have friends in medical school. I have friends in PT school, DO school, nurse practitioner, whatever you want to call it. I have friends in like a lot of those professions, and we talk a lot, but we don't argue, we don't debate. We debate a little bit, but we bridge the gap more or less. And if you're being co-managed, there are arrogant people in every single branch of life. I don't care if it's business. I don't care. I mean, car salesman, chiropractic, in like medical profession. There's ignorant people everywhere, and those are the people that really throw a stink about a lot of things and bring up situations. But if a patient is co-managed, and everybody, as long as you care about the patient, medical doctor, DC, PT, if you care about a patient, you co-manage it, that's where patients, you see the best results out of it. But we're here talking about health and wellness. So do you think that a chiropractor, so MDs, DOs, the medical model is a wait and get sick and get treated, diagnosis, treatment. Would you agree? That's what it is. And it works really good. If you're striving for health and wellness, chiropractic, switch lanes, chiropractic is proactive, chiropractic is preventative. So we want to strive for health and wellness with our patients through chiropractic. We want to see you not get sick. We want to prevent those things. And a lot of that, it's the biggest thing with people is like, well, I feel fine, well, why do I need to go to the chiropractor? There's a lot of things going on inside of you that you don't even know. So getting checked for subluxation, misalignment in the spine, causing a kink in the nervous system, causing a miscommunication from the brain cell to the tissue cell. That's what we're going to talk about next. So what's the big idea? Structure, function, expression. The skeletal system, your vertebrae down your back, houses the spinal cord, which is connected to the brain. Messages travel from the brain through the spinal cord, out your vertebrae, to every part of your body. Muscles, organs, everything. So, have you ever anybody fallen asleep on their hand or something like that, taking a nap, and it goes numb? You can't even move it. It's kind of fun sometimes. So what's happening there exactly? What's happening? What do you think is happening there? Why can't you move your hands? You're cutting off nervous system flow and circulation, really. So what if that happens? Do you think that's possible for it to happen for your organs, your heart, your liver? Absolutely. So what do you think the repercussions of that would be? A little more than just not being able to move your hand for 15 seconds, right? So, next. Your nervous system. If you guys take away anything today, it's nervous system is the master controlling and communicating system in the body. The nervous system controls and coordinates all essential functions of the human body. That's your nervous system right there. It looks like a skeleton. How many people even thought we have that many nerves running through our body? That's insane. Insane. We get the privilege to dissect human cadavers in chiropractic school. And when you see, you think of nerves and you think of really thin, but some of those nerves, I mean, they're bigger than spaghetti. I mean, it's easy to, how easy do you think it is for just a stress of the body to impinge one of those nerves, impinge the communication from the brain to the tissue cell? Because that's what the nerves are. Nerves are the highways of the body, sending messages from the brain all the way to the tissue, all the way to the cell. So if you impinge one, some things can go wrong, right? Abnormal messaging, rocks in the road. But all chiropractic does is remove interference to allow your body to function the best way possible. That's what it is. Your body is the smartest thing that was put on this earth. And all chiropractic, there is no supernatural thing about chiropractic. There is no, I'm bold saying this, especially in our profession, there is no power in the adjustment. The power is within the human body. All we do as chiropractors is remove the interference to allow your brain to communicate with your body the best way possible. Does that make sense? So, chiropractic in the nervous system. This is the safety pin cycle. We learned this. I mean, this is like day one stuff that they really want us to get down. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you're connected, you're in alignment, you're normal function, you're at ease. If you're subluxated, misalignment, abnormal, malfunction, disease. Dis-ease, that's a lack of adaptation. So what causes subluxation? Stresses. We were talking about this earlier. So if I fall down, chemical, physical, and emotional stresses in our body, if our body can't adapt to that, then something happens. We get subluxated. If I fall down and I can just get back up and I can shake it off. If somebody else that's not in the same health and wellness state as me, they fall down and they get up, it's the same fall. You know, oh, my back kind of hurts a little bit. They did not adapt to that physical stress. Does that make sense? They didn't adapt to it the same well as I did because I'm in a different state of health and wellness and I get adjusted properly and my body can adapt to that. Does that make sense? Autonomic nervous system right here. Like I said, you have nerves that go to everything in your entire body. The most interesting thing about it to me when I see the autonomic nervous system in school and stuff is the one that you can talk about the most really is your sexual organs. There's a lot of things, infertility in chiropractic, women that can't get pregnant. I know so many chiropractors. This one chiropractor I know, she was speaking at a conference that I was at, and she said, I've gotten more women pregnant than any of you men have in this world. And everybody started laughing. But I mean, all she did was remove the interference from the nervous system. She had a sacral misalignment or a lower lumbar misalignment. And all she did was remove the interference. You know, I mean, how many visits you have to have is up to the chiropractor. Remove the interference, allow the brain to communicate to the sexual organs. And then women are getting, infertility issues are getting solved like that. But it makes sense though, right? If your sexual organs are, especially in women's health, hormone regulation is huge, huge. So if I'm, especially with the younger generation and everything with birth control, it's messing with the hormones and stuff like that. But the way our body can allow your body to adapt to that the best way possible, allow your body to work with anything. Allow your body, if you're trying to have a baby or something like that, infertility in chiropractic, it's huge. The one thing I really like to talk about is women's health and pediatrics, babies, and stuff like that. Women who get adjusted they're less likely to have like breech pregnancies and stuff like that. If you get adjusted when you're pregnant, it keeps the pelvis in alignment because the baby's sitting there in the pelvic girdle, and if you have a torqued pelvis one way, what's going to happen? Gravity works. Babies are going to go a little bit like that. If you stay in alignment through chiropractic nervous system flow, the baby's getting the pure benefits out of it, as well as you are, and the baby stays within the pelvic girdle properly. That's kind of cool, right? So cellular metabolism. A lot of people think, chiropractic is neck and back pain. They're like, well, how can you move a bone? Why does moving a bone affect the cells, But that's why I'm here, I guess. So you have you live your life in 2 cycles. It's normal. Your cells reproduce normally. That's just what happens. Or your cells reproduce abnormally. Kind of here, right here with abnormal cells, that's where disease steps in. That's kind of where disease is. Your body can't adapt to that. But, your body's adapting to it, but you have repercussions from that as well. So your liver reproduces its cells every 6 weeks, and your stomach lining reproduces its cells every 4 to 5 days. So if you're not getting the proper messaging, then if you're been subluxated for a long time, the repercussions of that can be pretty vast. And I'm not saying that if you don't get adjusted, you're going to get cancer, but this is just a repercussion of a long-term abnormal cell patterns. Do you guys agree to that? So cancer is, cancer's 10 years. It's been going. If you know anybody that has cancer, before they knew they had cancer, it's been progressing for up to 10 years of abnormal cell patterns. So people say all the time, neck and back pain, but chiropractic can actually help your body adapt to that and try to work its way back to a normal cell function. Because normally, in the normal process, if you get an abnormal cell, your body, it's a thing called apoptosis. Your cell, you'll get the message. Your body will take care of that, and you'll be on your road back to a normal cell reproduction. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, next. So these are pretty cool little anecdotes right here. Unbalanced balance. I mean, those are cool things, even for students. I mean, we look at that and it's like, because we're so, in the books and everything, and you look at it, it's actually pretty simple. So, I mean, why are you guys here? Does this look pretty common to you guys right here? Okay, so we're going to go back to America and health. What do Americans do all day? We all sit, me included. I'm in school from 8 to 5, and I'm studying, until 7 or 8 o'clock, and I'm sitting there like this. The cool thing about chiropractic school is actually they give us yoga balls in class, and we have foam rollers and everything, which is pretty neat. But I mean, look at this. As a human species, we were not designed to sit for long periods of time. We were, hunter-gatherers. That's how, we were originally on this earth. We move around a lot. We move around. We rest. We eat. We hunt and gather. We're designed to move. The body is dynamic. The body is a machine. We're designed to be lethargic and, Western model. Do you see that person's neck right there? How they're over here? That's called anterior head carriage. You can lose your cervical curve that way. Everybody's seen a spine where it has its curves, right? That's designed so we can take stress and gravity like that. If the spine was straight, then we'd be blowing out discs left and right. But anterior head carriage, it's something that I base a lot of my stuff on. How many of you have kids that are in sports? How many of you played sports before? Where the coaches tell you, oh, put your hands above your heads, it'll open up your lungs. They don't know. It doesn't open up your lungs, but what it does is if you put your hands on your heads, it opens up the trachea, it opens up the airway right there. Because you have your back in your cervical curve, and you can get air that way through your trachea. If you have a lack of cervical curve, you have an anterior head carriage, you get less oxygen that way. Your brain takes 20% of the oxygen that you intake. If you have a lack of cervical curve and you're having less oxygen, you're giving less oxygen to the brain, and you're giving less oxygen to the heart as well. And you can go either way with it. It lowers your hemoglobin levels. You can boil all that down to coronary heart disease. It's pretty crazy just with a lack of cervical curve. And what's the technological age that we live in nowadays? I had to make Patrick stop doing it a little bit ago. We're looking down all the time. We're finding kids, teenagers, early, that they have a lack of cervical curve, and they're 9 years old because of, myself included. Chiropractic care has probably saved my neck because we're always constantly doing this. As a society, well, that's how we live now. So we have to adapt to kind of what life throws at us. In chiropractic, reversing cervical curves is probably the coolest thing because you see so many health benefits, not just from poor posture, but once you pull back into cervical curve, you see so many things happen with the body because it cues your entire posture above, down. You know what I mean? Whatever your head is going to always be over your pelvis. If you're like this, you start developing low back issues. You start developing, all kinds of things. So if you look right here, likelihood of surgery for workers with back injuries. First comment. I'm going to go back to which model are we in? If we fall, we get sick or something, we go to the medical doctor. If we go to the medical doctor, there's nothing wrong with medical doctors. They are great at what they do. But it's the person's decision about which path am I going to take. Am I going to go the health and wellness route and pull my body back to a normal state, a homeostasis? Or if I go to the medical doctor, my physician, whatever, what are they going to do? They're going to, pain pills, more likely surgeries, what the statistic is. If we go the chiropractic route, you get the pain pills, you're going to take away the symptom, right? But the cause is still there. You're covering up the smoke, but you're not putting out the fire. If I go to a chiropractor after a back injury, we assess it, neurological, orthopedic. We learn the same things as the medical doctors do when it comes down to that kind of stuff. But we go into chiropractic after that. Where's the misalignment at? Is there a disruption in the nervous system? Is there soft tissue damage? There's all kinds of tests that we do, but then we pull the body back to the way it was supposed to be. That's our goal. A back injury, we're not looking at symptoms. Chiropractors don't look at symptoms. Chiropractors they use your pain as okay, you come to me with low back. It's an indicator for me, but we're going to look at the whole body. Where are you miscommunicating from the brain down to the tissue cell? So we want to remove the subluxation, pull your body back into alignment, and let the brain communicate with the body, so it can express life. Because that's all it is. Your nervous system expresses everything. It sends the message from the brain to the tissue. I say that a lot, I know. But once the tissue gets that message from the nervous system, organs, whatever, you express life that way. You function normally. You're at ease. Next.
Chiropractic, very good. Chiropractic improves health, sleep, quality, mental focus.
So you don't go to a chiropractor and say, I'm stressed out. How many people think you go to a chiropractor just because you're stressed out? Nobody. But this is the benefits of an adjustment. The benefits of letting your body express itself the way it's supposed to. You guys does that make sense a little bit? I'm not a vitalistic, really that kind of person, but this is just the benefits of letting your body express itself the way it was designed to. We were talking earlier about, you were talking about how, do you think stress can affect your health? Yes, right? I mean, so what causes subluxation? Your body not adapting to stresses. Chemical, physical, emotional stresses. So it's not just being in alignment, but it's letting your body adapt. Letting your body adapt to anything out there, whether it be falling down, whether it be at work. It can do a lot of things. So kind of what I want to ask you guys, next question. This is the last question I want to ask you guys, and everybody can answer this, their own way in their own heads, but how are you expressing it at this very moment? Most important question of the day. Just think about it. And I don't push chiropractic on anybody. Especially I was back home maybe a couple days ago, and my dad, he was like, I was like, hey Dad, you need me to work on you or anything like that. And he's like, oh no, I'm fine. And I'm like, that's cool, whatever. But he always comes to me whenever he needs something, and that's the pain model. You come, you sit and wait till you're sick, and then I work on you instead of being proactive. Chiropractic is proactive and preventative. My advice when people ask me, how often should I get adjusted? I get adjusted once a week, and for me, I haven't been sick since I've been under chiropractic healthcare. White blood cells boost whenever you're under chiropractic care, just because from the adjustment and the neurological response from it, you get an immunological response as well. If I say I don't get sick, I get the occasional stuffy nose and everything like that. But what I do, I push fluids, I push vitamin C, I get adjusted, I let my body adapt to that stress, and then after that, my immune system is even stronger after that. So I travel a lot too with my friends, and I get adjusted once a week. My friends, they don't get adjusted once a week, but who's the ones getting adjusted after playing train rides, sleeping in hostels and stuff like that? They get adjusted. I can adapt to those stresses, and I'm still moving, I'm firing all cylinders because I live a health and wellness and chiropractic lifestyle. This whole chiropractic movement, or this wellness movement across America, chiropractic is the keystone to health and wellness. If you you get adjusted once a month and everything, you're feeling great. If you want to start throwing on nutrition, proper nutrition, functional movement, everything on top of that, I mean, what does that all come out to? You're feeling better, you're strong, you're healthy, you're well. I mean, lower doctor visits, lower medical doctor visits, lower outpatient procedures. It's amazing. It's what your body is designed to do. It's the sky's the limit, really. And the cool thing about American National with this whole wellness thing is that they give you guys the opportunity to live a health and wellness lifestyle. You know what I mean? And it's a personal choice with chiropractic with everybody. And national average chiropractic, it's $45 a visit. And if I say, go once a month, getting adjusted once a month, the benefits of that is amazing, really. And if you want to go more than that, that's all up to you. So next question. This is my favorite meme of all time. No, chiropractic isn't for you. That's fun. This is what I was talking about with my dad and everything. Not my dad, but just people in general be like, oh, it's not really for me. But that's because they see chiropractic in the wrong lens. Does that make sense? They think of it as, my back and neck feel fine. Why do I need to go to the chiropractor? Well, are you expressing life well? Chiropractic is like going to the gym for the inside of your body, pretty much. you reap so many benefits of it. And people say, well, once I go to the chiropractor, they want me to come back once a month for the rest of my life. Why do I need to do that? Let me ask you this. If you do a diet for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you feel great afterwards. When you stop doing your diet, what happens? You regress, right? You gain the weight back. You feel lethargic again. If you go to the gym for 6 weeks because it's beach season and everything, and then you stop going, what happens? You regress, right? Chiropractic, you feel great after you get adjusted. You feel amazing. If you start going once a month, twice a month, whatever, it's you feel great. But what happens if you stop going to the chiropractor? You regress, just like anything else. If you stop, how many of you have braces and you still have your retainer, everything? I still have mine, but But if you stop, how many have kids that have braces and you have problems with them wearing their retainer in the back? So that's like stopping going to the chiropractor, then you're not wearing your retainer. Some people get adjusted once a month and their adjustment sticks. Their adjustment holds. They feel great. Yes, they get adjusted once a month. Some people need to get adjusted more often than that because they're not in the same state of health and wellness. So they all play off of each other and they all benefit from each other, right? But if you continue to wear your retainer, your teeth look great. Chiropractic is the same exact way, except our vertebrae move a lot more complex than our teeth do. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. This is one of my favorite quotes. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will instruct his patient in the care of the human frame in diet and in the cause and prevention of disease. Thomas Edison. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Thomas Edison did a few important things, right? He's a pretty good impact on America and the world. But what do you think? What kind of doctor do you think fits that? Chiropractic fits pretty well with the health and wellness model. Chiropractic is not designed for pain management. It is preventative. It is proactive. It is nothing but positive on your life. And some people have, somebody asked me, well, how do you find a good chiropractor? There's 10 different chiropractors. You find 10 chiropractors that are going to practice 10 different types of ways. Find one that fits you. Find one that cares about you. That is the number one important thing in life. Find a chiropractor that cares about you as an individual, and they're going to work to get you better and to let you live a healthy wellness lifestyle. If you find a medical doctor, anybody, even a chiropractor that treats you just like a number, get rid of them. Find somebody that wants to see your family, that cares about you as an individual, and you can only boost up from there. So, thanks. Questions, hate mail, I welcome both. If I'm not offending somebody, then I'm not really doing my job. If I influence you all in some little way, then I'm doing my job, actually. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on all this dang kids stuff. Email, if you guys have any kids that are in college or high school that are wanting to pursue health and wellness and wanting to go further, have them talk to me. I love talking about chiropractic or any of the healthcare fields, actually, but all influence of chiropractic, definitely. So I would like to just thank you guys for coming here today. American National truly stands on the shoulders of giants as far as a company because they give you guys the opportunity for health and wellness. So I just want to thank you guys for coming and sitting in today. So God bless you guys. Thank you.
If you haven't signed the